Right, well this is rather exciting. I said in my update video that I've just reset everything, so the save files won't be. Well, this save file is. So we'll see what we play in the Morgue. It's running down slightly. Not perfect light, but hi there, friendo. Work with the guy there. Friendo. That was a fact. Shocking though. Oh. Oh. You just get shot. Oh, I bollocks this up. Like, yeah, no, okay. Let's not go play out over there. Let's go find the Morgue. Well, that was running quite well, I think. I mean, probably not brilliantly, but better than it did in the last video, if you remember, because I don't. I don't know what's going on anymore. But I'm mildly optimistic, guys. That's what I'm trying to get across here. My optimism exists. Let's go play out this way. Yeah, healthy district. I also know the playstyle I'm going. Let's go get that when you get. For a rat, I could use blood. Oh no, this is where the Preven people were, where they spawned in after I arrived. A faster running pace. You used to be a soldier. Surely you could get a bit more of a jog on than me. It is this. Well, who are you? For that block I saved.
Good evening, Mr. Cox.
Dr. Reed. Still working at night, I see. I like that.
And why is that?
People who don't sleep at night always seem more alive to me. More interesting, one way or another.
Well, I just promise you that alive is not what we are. Being exhausted is what we don't sleep right. I can fix that.
Do you ever think about that poor fellow I saw you push in the water?
Yeah, you murdered
The
him.
wound he gave me will make sure I don't forget him. Still fucking hurts. Boss had cut me good.
You almost died there.
That man was determined to murder you. You almost died.
What a surprise. The first time I met him, he nearly shit himself.
Wow.
Fucking coward. I guess revenge gives you balls.
Want revenge?
What did he want? Revenge?
Literally just told
I
you that.
recently had to kill his brother.
Okay.
Poor arsehole thought it would be easy to return the favour.
Only the strongest survive, then? Survival at all costs. Is that all you think about?
I'm the toughest bastard you'll ever meet, Dr. Reed. And I don't give a fuck what you think of me.
I never said I disagreed. How is your hospitalization?
How is your hospitalization going, Mr. Cox?
This is a shitty place with shitty staff. But as long as I'm treated alright, I'll be fine.
What's wrong with the stuff, you bellend?
What's wrong with the Pembroke staff?
That bastard you sent to bring me here, Milton, I thought he was going to break all my bones before I reached my bed.
I see. Any other smart comments?
The nurses aren't too ugly. Especially that foxy one, Nurse Crane. Pretty brunette, tough attitude, all like that.
About the hospital.
What's wrong with the hospital?
I mean,
Come on, Dr. Reed.
It is.
The place is a dump. Smelly, sad, and dirty.
But you're alive thanks to the efforts and dedication of the staff here,
At least
aren't
Adam
you?
dirty.
What are you expecting? A medal? I thought that saving lives was just part of the job. Must be an unsatisfactory profession at this time, I'm sure.
Is. Back in chat. Personal question. How long can you avoid the law?
How long do you think you can escape the law, Clay?
I know this city like the back of my hand, Doc. I know its streets, who to pay, who to avoid, and who to bully. I won't get caught.
Justice will find
The police
you.
may be slow, but they will find you eventually.
Well, how come you didn't turn me in then? Nah, Doc, I figure you have something to hide so you can't ask the coppers for help.
It failed. Oh. Well, I guess we booked it then. Yes, again.
How long?
I know this.
The police.
Well, how...
I'll
Just
leave.
have the same argument. Back for you. Although, going back for him would break my rule of don't eat what you eat. You don't eat what you shit. Even if you're in a rush. The only problem with games like these, you spend most of your life wandering around going, oh, is there anything to loot? Hey, is it where we put our morgue?
Skull voices in the garden. I should investigate.
I don't know, I
If
feel
I
like
were to
Skull
find
Voices.
somebody.
Oh, find somebody. Right, so you go from investigate to find somebody. Like, I should investigate to, I'll put someone on it. Well, I'm no expert, but I reckon that's what we're looking for. Get me. Oh, I killed him. Hey, blood. But find some more stuff. Ooh. Oh, okay. Hope to take him one. Ow. Yeah, so those are the guys which is too high level for. That's okay, we can live with that. Not that I'm the best in combat, man. F. There we go, that's what I needed. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ooh, watery sturdy bloods. How can it be both watery and sturdy? Thing you had a watery shit, but it was sturdy. It's like, no, it's one or the other, mate. Either got diarrhea or you're having good shits. Anyway. I don't know where I was going with that, I'll be honest, but the important thing is I've... Nope, still no idea where I'm going with this. This looks like where I'm supposed... Well, that is where I'm... No, even looks like about it, that it... ooh. Oh. I guess. Quarantine. Quarantine. Okay, well, it does. It only goes to one place. Okay, so there's nothing else to kill, but I did miss a bin. Be upsetting if you ask me missing a bin. That in here? Is it? It's also part of the hospital, though. Sort of awkward that we had skulls in the garden. Really helped me lay low, does it? Locked now.
It's locked.
Around the old black alley. Alley della back. Use the French. There we go. But I came back this way because I'm Hilton and Pippa forever. Oh. Night in the Garden of Good. Get romance, I say. Well, my darling, would you like to join me in the Garden of Good and Evil? We'll have a wonderful time. Looking for a citizen? Don't forget your vampiric senses. Oh, don't worry, my friend. I won't forget. District status healthy. Literally outside the hospital where you've got fucking skulls. To what degree should we consider that healthy? A lot of glass vials. If ever there was a need for glass vials. But this is a good chunk of the hospital, I'd like to point out. Like, oh, the morgue. Most of the hospital. Oh. I didn't really want to... I thought I was just unlocking the door. I didn't really fancy a loading screen, but alright. Yep, just right outside. I have to go all the way around. Oh, I didn't even get a loading screen that time. Also sick. Hang on. Have I gone through the wrong door? I do get a load. Okay. Still, I'm quite pleased. We are doing with a faster running game. So whatever I did worked. Place called Tossa. In Spain, it's called Tossa del Mar. Probably not pronounced like that. Spanish. Got another glass vial. You can never have enough of them. Hospital beds and just supplies we've got. They're just not doing anything because left it. Bit of a fucking disgrace if I'm honest. Might have to have a chat with old. Not gonna lie, can't remember the name of the bloke I work for, but bloody hell am I gonna have words with him. Cash. Bench. Hey, so. Lots of interest. Could expect a bit more of interest. Okay, a bit of cash. I know. Play upstairs. Go. History. Oh, I'm actually meant to be up here. Look.
Balls of Mars. Fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
Ah, yeah, we all know that, mate. We all know that. La-dee-da. Everybody knows that Mars is balls. Sodium tartrate? I mean, obviously not, because we all know that. Yeah. Hi, let's be best friends. Alright, fine, I'm actually here to move. My defense. You probably started it.
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain.
You have murdered so many
This
of these
sickness
right now.
moves faster than influenza.
What the hell's that guy as well? Just some well-dressed dude. Corpse, isn't it? Doctor, vampire, looter. Basically, this guy has got many professions.
It's locked, all right.
Work on unlock. Over here, listening at. Could get attacked by someone. Very upset. Work hard to not be attacked.
This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
Finds random key in building, goes, it's gotta be for the basement, and it could be anything. You could have just left the house key, mate. Oh, hello. What are you marking for? Find some quinine, find some... Oh. I walked right past this one. Odd. Oh, that he brought it in before I killed him. Press to evolve. I will do one. Is basement, but not basement. Quick. Doors that don't open. Bodies that. There. Somebody asked why. Just across from us, our own morgue, populated with fucking vampires and corpses. Perfectly normal, I'm sure. I don't think that this hideout wasn't the best idea. Not even slightly inconspicuous. I've also lost the stairs now. Anybody where I parked the stairs? There they are. Also, the guy is clearly downstairs, but if he could wibble through, use his special vampire mist ability to get through those doors, then why couldn't I want to know.
These scowls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood.
Don't necessarily. Probably aren't after blood. I have interesting plot relevant stuff that's just littered about. Came down and stuff. Yeah, it's just. Play with this one. Oh, Christ, there's another one. Actually, maybe jump. I am such a fucking little softy. Oh, got knocked on my ass there. Bit embarrassing. Wow, he's actually really nice. Oh. Ash. But yes, I am a naturally jumpy person, as I'm sure you worked out then. So don't ever expect to play an actual horror game with jump scares. I will try. Is he the one that was down here then? Can't be the one that... No, because of that. Well, he might have been down. Down here is what I... Come on, hit him, please. Bollocks stood up again. Really bollocks stood up. I get clever and get your blood back as soon as it's finished. They've wasted all you. Hydrate. That's disgusting. Now I'm on edge. It jump scared once, it's like, oh my god! Very clearly a dead man. Pretty blasé about that fact.
It's locked.
Unlock. Cool. Oh. Type of offhand weapon. Oh, definitely use that. A really good fucking offhand. Stamina. Known. Fisherman. Natural. Pneumonia. Virus-induced pulmonary out.
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this.
What? In this random morgue that we're in. Back into... Oh, I just get lost. That's locked. Oh, Christ, I'm locked. Yeah, I want to loot every room. Problem with that. Half the time I forget which rooms I've been in. Right, this door. Yeah, where that dude going at that. This place, with this dude, who's just screamed at me. Please lock onto him. Do him anyway. Don't go indeed. More stamina. Also slightly better camera controls. Fuck you. Oh. Fuck both of you. Oh, he's not very resistant to that, though. I mean, I'm not very resistant to him either. Oh, I killed him! I killed him?
These scowls can be so ferocious.
Ah,
I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger.
I killed it, bro.
To drink blood is so tempting.
Tempted then.
Sodium hypochlorite. Dangerous to administer, but efficient in the proper dosage.
I nailed that. Greatest warrior that ever lived, that's what I am. Let's just have a quick look at it. I feel like something important should be here, but it's not. Hello. Craft the tree. Get there when I get. Right here. Turns out. There we go. It's a door. Got it. A door. Well, I mean, there's clearly doors. Open for out. No? Okay, cool. Let's go. Looted everything. You're new. Murdered every fucking stall in this area. Where did you come from? Friends. And our loot. Tight loot. Alright then. Get out of here. I bet the sound is a bit quiet as well, but ever looked at if mouth in the horse or whatever the saying is. Yeah. I'm gonna have to listen to this because the way I had my Twitch set up, I had it set up for years. So
Time has lost its effect on me.
necessarily not. What am I looking for here? The press V to look. I want to go in.
This is no time for self.
From Milton, let's go have a chat to you.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one
keen.
ever since. Old habits die
Deal
hard.
with this.
No
awesome
need to
character.
explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Yeah.
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reed.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
Do I have to sing at you, Milton? Because I will sing at you.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything. And it's getting worse every day.
Alright, Mill. Alright.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
Reasonable.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital?
I've been an ambulance driver.
He knew he's a bloody.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
I know, I just nipped across the road to our own bloody morgue, Milton.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You
Good news.
left an infected patient outside the hospital. That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want.
Already
But
murdered
be
him,
careful,
Dylan.
Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Already murdered him for you, lad. Don't you worry. There you go.
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet with all the money and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin colour that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reed.
There.
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired.
The fuck
Tired
is
of all
that?
this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
Fucking van reversing at this time of night. Sorry, it's just outside noise. With me a minute. Some twat of an Asda van. Can't fucking park.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reed. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running? There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
I never said there was. Have a look, let's see what you say.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed.
I don't really want your gun. Oh, gun related though. Oh, that was lovely. Crane, agent tree.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Doctor.
Oh, that's quite. Already. Oh,
Pepper, I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes? Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no
Fucking hell
intention
of a racket
of
is that fucking
reporting you,
Asda, man.
Nurse Hawkins. But are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke, but we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
I know. No. It required about personal life. I feel like Milton is personal life.
Goodbye,
Right.
Nurse Hawkins.
Bloody dead. Are you nurse woman? Yes.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in
Yes,
his office.
that's
He's
who I
been
work
looking
for,
for
Dr.
you.
Swansea.
Seemed pressing.
He wants to tell me I'm beautiful. This prick. Oh, this guy.
This hospital seems to be falling apart.
Good
But
evening.
the circumstances
I'm Dr.
are going
Reed.
to give you the benefit.
Can I help at all?
No,
Really? Why are you here then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
Okay. He.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
The medicine.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
Right.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
Tell me about yourself, Mr.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
I have to go.
Who are you? Ice?
Good evening, madam. Can I...
It's my son who needs you,
Oh, there.
sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of...
Yes.
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
May I ask if you...
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Tell me about your arrival.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude,
Yep.
for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
She charged you for a bed?
Yeah.
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
Oh. Like a bitch up.
Goodbye,
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen. As for me, what a blundering idiot.
Dude. Oh. Who are you?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
About his life.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable, and your colleagues seem to think so too.
Well, that's
In
nice.
other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies. Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is, I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
Yeah, understandable. Understandable. I can also mesmerize.
Goodbye for now.
You always knew the words to
Hey, well,
calm the
that's all I'm
children,
going to
Ellen.
get out of him.
As for me,
Although I was trying to find Pippa. Ooh, hello. Why'd you expect? Not eating the hospital. Them's the rules. Or Strickland.
You at our side, Dr. Reed.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to...
What can you tell me?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
Oh, he loves me.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Wow. Your blood transfusion.
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him, or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
Tell me your story.
Tell me Mr. Fiddick's story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father, ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
This personal involvement could also appear to be a lack of impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Ackroyd's behavior, a man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
Let's talk to
All I know
Ackroyd.
is that I'm taking care of human beings with desires, hopes, and fears. Not some biological machine comprised of blood, bones, and flesh.
Alright.
Goodbye.
Find this other bloke. Was Pepper.
Dr. Reed, may I help you?
Oh, you're Dorothy Crane.
I'll see you later, Nurse Crane.
Problem, like, well, I say it's a problem. It's not a problem. It's really, really good. All these characters have backstories, intrigues, but not all.
Your agenda, sir. How long's it going
Fair.
to take to fix me properly? A month? A year? You have the right to disapprove of our methods, and you will kindly apologize when you're feeling better.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe
You,
we're
a
going to
child.
be colleagues.
Reed, yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swansea's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Oh, he's gonna. Fair point. Healthy. Lot to mesmerize.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
Because you're just an insignificant little bit.
There is no need for such animosity between us. Don't you think the epidemic is already enough to deal with?
That is one point we could agree on. And that is precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital, instead of a burden.
Let's talk about the hospital
Since
then.
your tenure in this hospital is longer than mine, Perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor.
I do.
Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Yeah, that's right. I've got vision.
Modern medical
Not like you,
methods
yes.
were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
I'm gonna fucking.
Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding you?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
Why do you
wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
All right.
If you are going to lead this surgery, I'm trusting you to assume the consequences of your actions, whatever the result.
I'm not the kind of man who runs away from his responsibilities, Dr. Reed. There is no need for you to be looking over my shoulder.
Hence. Bye.
Thank you for your...
Right, well. And you're not what I'm after. You?
Dr. Reed, may I have...
Nope.
I'll see you later, Nurse Crane.
Vamp vision. Unknown. No. Adopt. Woman. Search for a woman. Any follow-ups with Harvey?
Good evening, Mr.
Good evening.
Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
World War One. Bomb raid. Haven't heard one.
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick.
That doesn't ring true.
Unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, Doctor.
Not if I eat them.
Tell me more about the death of your wife, Harvey.
1915. I was in the army. Building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps. Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea. I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
How are your children after losing their mother?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Helen didn't bring them with her that night.
Goodbye.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Helen. As for me,
Listen at me.
what a blunt
Did.
idiot.
I'm sure I'll run into the people I need. I screamed on it, this fucking... That's the van. Oh, it's Pippa. Go on then.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Did I not say I would look into her selling? Is she not the one that...
Goodbye, Nurse.
Well, alright then. What are you? Oh, it's you. The loud one?
Here again.
So many deaths.
Thomas. Very spot. We haven't spoken to Sean, actually.
On every street corner.
This is always so difficult to get to. Or is he on the next? No, he's not.
Please, Jonathan, come in.
You're holding a skull, my friend. Why are you holding a skull?
Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
Yep.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
Well, I certainly know. That's using blood. Finds. Gift. Of a living paradox.
There is an absurd poetry to my situation. Physician, heal thyself.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
What about Eddie?
I'm not some doe-eyed student, Edgar. I understand we both have something to gain from this relationship.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Oh, I shall.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
I said just heal while I'm in your office. Level up. Learning about their missing. I don't actually live on the second floor, do I? First floor. My door has a plaque on it. Oh, they should. And glass vials. Like, this should be big cupboard. Can't even stand. Oh. Oh, this is where. The blood absorption. Damage. Whole bag of junk. I resell them, but I also get that out of it. Leave that for now. Bed. That is not the face of a wet man. Spectacle. Sounds good. Medicine bag. Ah. Stamina. Alright. Where can you cut that off? Did use that quite a lot, to be fair. Look at that. Now I'm level 8. I'm level 6. Oh, I don't have the XP for it. Around that. I mean, that could have been the most idiotic set of things to do. Alright. Dun dun dun. Every night, the consequence of your actions may improve or degrade the district health. It goes. The life you take, the unhealthier your district becomes, the district ancestral. Critical threshold to plunge into chaos. Okay. Got fatigue. Got fatigue. Know about you, like having never met you. I think that's a lot, isn't it? It is on the hour exactly. Wow, brilliant. Well, things seem to be going well now. It seems to be fine. It was a bit of a talky episode as I was chatting to people about the hospital, but that's part of the game. Obviously, if you were playing the game yourself, you'd probably be fast skipping through the dialogue because you can read the text quicker than say it. But, you know, is what it is. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.